Hey everybody, Mike Shea, your Florida business broker. It is May 22nd. I want to talk about two news articles. One that came out Friday talking about Ford Motor laying off 1,000 factory workers. Two, an article today I saw on LinkedIn talking about a basic crawl to a halt on the sale of new homes and or the sale of homes. So why is that important to business brokers? One is that both are leading indicators of consumer behavior. The automotive sector has a ripple effect into banking, which tends to, banks are multi-armed entities, and if they're lending in the car space, they tend to lend on business and homes. So those two articles kind of go hand in hand. It's an indicator of what the powers that be in both the automotive sector and the banking sector see going forward with consumer behavior. Basically meaning that the cost of money is going to go up. Remember, we've had 5 interest rate hikes in the last year and a half. The cost of money is more expensive. Real estate, when I look at that report, and I've been paying attention to Zillow, specifically at homes between $500,000 and $1 million in purchase price, those tend to be the types of homes that business owners and business buyers own. Subsequently, when you see properties like that declining in terms of turnover, it's an indicator that the consumers are A, either speculative about the future, B, the cost of buying those types of properties is more expensive than it was, so they're holding back. And neither of those are good indicators for sellers. If you're a seller of a business, particularly a larger one, meaning you make about $250,000 to $300,000 to $400,000 a year or more, you're going to be tied into lending, and subsequently that will be a dynamic you'll have to deal with when it comes to the terms that your business is sold for and the reality of what banks will lend on. Banks always want to see a large amount of collateral and ask for the best terms, and sometimes a seller note. And if it costs more to borrow, the amount of money a buyer will be able to put down because of the cost of that borrowed dollar will be less. Subsequently, the likelihood of a seller note will be higher. So if you're a seller and you think you're operating in a vacuum and these types of impact items don't have any bearing on your life or your exit, you are grossly wrong, and you need to seriously consider planning ahead, or at least looking at the tea leaves as they lay and making a decision with regard to how do you exit, when do you exit, and what's that structure going to look like. So if you want to talk a little bit about this in detail, 321-287-0349, or visit me at my website at www.yourfloridabusinessbroker.com. Have a good one.